So I recently just released my new and final episode on Skinwalker Ranch, and several viewers of the episode on YouTube left comments that they saw a UFO in the sky during my night at Skinwalker Ranch. I previously didn't see this before, so let's take a look. So this is a scene where I'm crossing the road at night outside Homestead 2, and right here in the upper right corner, several viewers have said a UFO appears. Now obviously in the wide shot when you look, there are lots of bugs flying around, a ton. All the bugs in the foreground are illuminated by my flashlight, but at the point this object appears, my flashlight was not on. So it appears to be self-illuminating. What do you think? Well, I gotta tell you what I think. I think it's a lightning bug. Earlier that day, and throughout the night, I saw several lightning bugs. I shot this footage on my phone using a night vision monocular, and I comment on the lightning bugs.
See the lightning bugs? Lightning bugs right there. There are lightning bugs all around.
And my night vision trail camera that I set up also captures lots of bugs, and you can see the fluttering motion of wings as some of these bugs fly by. But there are a few objects that don't have this fluttering motion, like this one and this one. It's my opinion that these are also lightning bugs. But I'm curious to know what you think, so take a look again. Is this a lightning bug? Or is it, possibly, an interdimensional alien spacecraft? Another moment from the episode that viewers are really curious about is the screaming. It comes from this scene in the episode.
And he heard his name, Eric?
Yeah, he heard it 3 times, and it did sound like it was yelling.
I get a call over the radio from Skinwalker scientist Eric Bard and Skinwalker superintendent Thomas Winterton. They were about a mile back at the headquarters and were radioing me saying that one of the surveillance cameras on top of the Rocky Mesa was capturing the audio of someone screaming Eric's name.
So if it wasn't you, then it was somebody else.
That's a negative on me. I was not yelling at all, and I didn't say his name.
Copy that.
So where I was camping was literally right at the bottom of the Rocky Mesa, and I didn't hear anything at all. So I was very confused and a little creeped out by this moment. The next morning, I brought this up to Eric and Thomas before I left the ranch.
Can I ask you, what was you heard your name yelled last night?
No, right, I'm glad you're asking about this. So, I'm looking through the cameras, as I mentioned before, and at one point I had lost sight of you, but I heard syllables that, my mind is trying to put together, what am I hearing? It had all the quality of a voice coming through the system. It was close enough to human speech, and close enough, it was a 2-syllable word like my name, and it sounded like someone was calling out to me.
Eric suggests that it's possible that it could have been a family of raccoons.
There are animals that go up there.
Yeah.
We do have the family of raccoons that go up the side of the mesa. But I'm accustomed to, hearing whatever sounds are made by these animals. This had the qualities of a person.
Raccoons sound like this. Eek. Eek. I guess you could hear Eric in that. So I'm wondering what you think. Do you think they heard the disembodied voice of a poltergeist? A cryptid monster? Or could it have been simply a raccoon? And finally, I want to touch on what happened to me physically on the ranch. There's a scene where my eyes begin to burn, my face begins to burn, and my eyes swell up, become red. It's a very weird and ugly moment, and I kind of want to walk you through this. I'm pretty sure it was just my allergies to weeds and grass. Every spring and summer, I will get, irritated eyes, stuffed up nose, but I usually just take some eye drops like Visine and it clears everything up relatively fast. I had Visine with me at the ranch. You can actually see me putting eye drops in, and it had no effect, and it was just getting worse. So there was a part of me that was wondering, could this be something else? Could this be something new? And because of the legend of Skinwalker Ranch, this hitchhiker poltergeist that attacks you and harms you and affects the human body, there was a little part of me that wondered, wait, is this what's happening? Because it did come on kind of fast. This had happened to me 20 years prior in 2003 in Utah. I was working on a movie set. There was a bunch of bushes in the background of the shot, and there was an accumulation of yellow pollen on top of these bushes. And the director of the film asked some of the crew members to go clean or brush off this pollen because it was just distractingly yellow. So we were there and we had some brooms and rakes and we were knocking the pollen off, and someone hit a big pile of it and it just poofed right in my face. I was coughing and sneezing and stuff, but I washed my face off and I was fine. And it wasn't until like an hour or two later that my left eye swelled completely shut and I had to leave the movie set and go to the doctor. So what happened on Skinwalker Ranch? Earlier that day, I'm filming on my iPhone Brandon Fugel's helicopter land, and you can see the footage here. And you'll see me react, because what happened is as the helicopter came down, the propellers blew all this dust into my face, into my eyes, and you see in the footage, I react to it. And so I went to the bathroom and, flushed my face out, washed my face out, put some Visine in, and I was fine. And it wasn't until hours later, I think, that it finally kicked in. Similar to what happened to me 20 years prior in Utah. And, as I say in the episode, I left Skinwalker Ranch, stopped at a gas station, bought some Claritin, popped one, and literally within 3 to 4 hours, I was fine. So my question for you, after hearing all of that and some added context, do you believe that the hitchhiker poltergeist attacked me? Or do you think I just had an allergic reaction? Leave a comment below. Make sure to click the subscribe and make sure to slam on the like button. Yeah, like button. I've got more episodes like this coming out soon, featuring deleted scenes from my trip to Skinwalker Ranch.